Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So it's been a rough couple of weeks. I apologize for the slow, what is it? What am I looking for? The slow release of videos. For those of you that didn't know, most of you know by now, but my mom passed away 2 weeks ago. And so I took a week off of, actually about 2 weeks off of recording. And there's going to be, channel's going to kind of stay at the pace that it's been at, like 1 to 2 videos a day, which I think is probably enough anyway. I don't want to release more than that, but just because I've got to take care of my mom's house now. I've got to get it sold. I've got to get it cleaned out. Like, she's left a big mess. And so we have a lot of work to do to get to the place where I'm back, and it's going to be interesting. But anyway, I'm planning on continuing the channel for the rest of my life, but over the next couple of months, be patient with me as we go through all that stuff. It really stinks. It's been rough. I'm glad these 2 weeks are over with. It's time to move on, but it's never easy. So we're going to use the Freightliner tonight. We have oil barrels that are spilled. I thought we did this one already, but apparently we didn't. Once we get up there, it should be pretty easy, and there is a trailer store there, so I think our goal is to go around the long way. And unfortunately, there is no easy way. We'll go to the fuel station and then head. Hold on 1 second, folks. Sorry, I screwed the map up. Anyway, we're going to go around. And we need to go basically, where were we? We're going out this way, along here to the fuel station. We'll get fuel. Continue on past the railway station, cross the river, and head up this road to the trailer store, and then get up onto the lake. And all of these are just, they're going, there's 4 of them all together. So they didn't make it too hard. Big Salmon Peak, huh? No. That's probably going to be one of those maps that are like. Anyway, we're going to take the Freightliner. We're going to stop at the trailer store, though, and get a 4-cart trailer. Now, you'll notice how big this truck is. And I'm thinking, and I could be completely wrong about this, but which way do I need to go? I need to go left? No, we need to go to the right. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking that because it's larger than the Western Star, and this could be wishful thinking, but because it's larger, the crane is not going to change the weight of the truck too much, and so it'll be a little bit better balanced. As we've seen from the last couple missions already, we've been having less trouble, and this truck just sits a lot higher, it seems like, than the Western Star did. It's reminding me, and people were saying that this map actually does really well with the Ink and the Royal, the BM-17. Now, unfortunately, we're not using those yet. We will not be hitting those until we get to Alaska. But those trucks also work well on this map. So, and obviously, we found that the P-12 works well. But let's see where we're supposed to go here. We are at a junction. We're going to the right. We're going to the right, to the left. So, it's been a rough 2 weeks, guys. Thank you for all of your well-wishing. I know a lot of you guys gave to the GoFundMe, which is helping to pay for the funeral. Unfortunately, when you get a funeral out of nowhere, my mom did not have life insurance, so everything's coming out of pocket, and it's a lot. Funerals are not cheap. Like tens of, well, not tens, but tens of thousands of dollars. Oh my gosh. Who would have known? Mom, why didn't you have life insurance? I know that now for myself. I'm going to get some after this experience. I'm going out. Now, my mom had a will, thankfully, but she didn't have any health insurance or any life insurance, and so I'm going to be taking out a policy. Just to even if it's enough to mostly help cover for the funeral, because the funerals are expensive. They get you coming and going, though. You know, it's like they know they got you over a barrel. It's like, oh, you want a half an hour hanging out, no food, no nothing, but that'll be $10,000. It's like, what? But you don't want to go cheap either. It's like, yeah, this is my mom. Can we make it as cheap as possible? It's like, oh, all these awkward things that happen when you have a funeral. It's just like, oh. It's just bad. Anyway, I'm glad it's over. I love my mom. I personally know she's in a better place. And so it's, you know, it's sad, but I also know she's happy where she's at. You know, we talked a little bit about this in the other videos, and of course, you know, but I have some people that only watch Snowrunner, so I figured, well, I'll share that with you too. So, hardcore series. You guys probably want to know what's going on with that. We are waiting until the actual hardcore mode comes out because it should be pretty soon here. And we'll just start over again, see how we do. And if we're allowed to sell our own trucks in that mode, we will. I'm not going to be keeping any trucks I'm not going to use, so. I've been having a lot of fun playing on other people's maps with mod trucks. I have a Chevy K30 that I may introduce on the next map. The only downside is it is overpowered. I'm you know, we've talked about that before. Like the Mercedes, it's got a little too much power on it. If you set it up right, it's not too bad. The Mercedes actually is pretty balanced, but the Chevy K30 is not. But it's still, I just love the truck. It's a classic Chevy, you know. All right, so we're going through here to the right. I feel like this truck rides a lot higher, too. Oop. Got the big bumper on this thing. That was an upgrade. Gold Horse Mining. Do you think they're mining gold? They could be. If I've got my history right, the Yukon was pretty heavily mined for gold, along with, you know, Colorado, California, even Utah, but mostly, I think most of the mines were in California and Colorado. And I think for Colorado, later, could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure uranium was a big, Nevada was big for uranium. Look at how much those tires make this truck shake. It is not the most comfortable ride. And that's because these are these big knobby tires. Ow! Dag! Freaking rock. What the frick? I hope at some point, I know they probably won't because Spin Tires had that issue too, but I hope at some point they fix that. There's no way that running over a little rock like that would make the suspension break. Durability B+. To the left. Somebody pointed out, they're like, this map is so dark. It is. It really is a dark area. Like, it's, I don't remember any of the other maps being this dark. They have dark sections and then they get really bright. Ugh. This would be a great section to be able to have like that. We talked about being able to upgrade the roads. Like, wouldn't that be a cool, like to bring like tons of gravel in and fill this up until it was actually passable? Because this is a night. This takes up a lot of gas and it takes a long time to get through here. So we just needed to find a better truck. I really like the Western Star, but the Western Star was absolutely fine on Michigan, but I think this map just takes it to that next level where it's too much for a lot of trucks, and you really need to have a pretty wide stance truck to get through some of this, and it also has to ride pretty high to get through the muck. So this truck just happens to run a little bit high, or ride a little higher and dig a little deeper, but also it's a little bit maybe less top heavy. Seems like it's balanced better. It doesn't keep wanting to go over. Like, I haven't felt close to tipping at all this entire time. You can see here we're just cruising through the, whoa, except for here. This spot we always get stuck no matter what truck I'm in. Uh-oh. I think we got stuck on a log there. Like, I'm feeling like we're getting... Okay. There, just let go. Blub, blub. Uh-oh. Lead me to still water. Oh, yeah. Oh. Greg X-Files. There's a really, that song, that's a really obscure Christian music reference. There's a Christian band in the 80s called Petra that sounded an awful lot like, a little bit like Boston and an awful lot like Kansas. And then the singer left and made his own, had his own solo career for a little while. He never did real well, but his first album was really good. It's funny, like that. His other albums were okay. The second album was like, but the first album was called "The River Is Rising," and he had some really, really good, well put together songs. The production on the album was top notch. Like they just really did a great job with it. They knocked it out of the park with that album. But then subsequent albums went downhill from there. But that song was "Lead Me to Still Waters" is one of the songs that was on there. It's a really good tune. I think it's going to be nighttime by the time we get up the top of this hill. This is taking a long time. The other thing I'm kind of afraid of is that we're going to run out of gas trying to get back to the fuel station when we're on our way home. But that, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to get the mission done. The mission itself will not take that much fuel, but we may have to send a scout up with some fuel. Yeah, turn those off. I forgot to turn the diff locks down. Whoa! He just swerved. I don't even know where my P12 is. I think it's somewhere. in the mountains, but it might actually be back at the base too. Okay, so I need to figure out. I don't know exactly where I'm going here. We need to get. Okay, we need to go straight through the water again to the next place and turn left and go across that bridge. And this is pretty boggy here, so I think we're going to end up taking some time getting through here. Maybe if we stay over to this side, maybe not though. I'm gonna put it. I don't want to go quite that fast. Ta-da! Come on, baby. There's the beginning of the mountains that we're going to climb. Now, keeping it in high gear helps you not like lose control of the truck. I tend to like get all over the place when I'm not in high gear, but I don't know. Look at those shocks in the back. That is a really cool graphic. Like the air ride suspension back there. That looks really cool. It's got like that boot covering it to protect it. Let's see. Where are we supposed to go from here? Hold on. Before we dive in. Yeah, we're going left. I don't know what's to the right there. There's something to the right. Probably some mission or something. Yeah. A small portion of me thinks we should scout that out. Let's go ahead and scout it out. You know what? Famous last words. It looks like a pretty short road and a pretty easy road to get down. And we're mucked. 75 minutes later, we'll finally get there. We're definitely going to pay for this in fuel, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a fuel container up there that we can grab onto. Oh, man. That's the end of the road right there. So we have, like I said, it's not too far to go, but I'm looking at this muck and going, man, this could turn out messy. But here, even here, like we would have already flipped over, I think, in the Western Star. This truck just doesn't want to flip. Oh, there's something up here. Oh, there's fuel up here. Thank goodness. And that's it. There's no... Oh, there is a mission. Okay. Let's take a look and see what this is up here. And we'll come back and get fuel. Hi, cockalorum. Hi, cockalorum. All right, what's this? This is the... Oh, Salmon Peak. Okay, so there's another road to Salmon... This road leads to Salmon Peak. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This is probably for some mission somewhere. I'm going to move it down a little bit closer to the main road after I refuel. And then we'll hit it on the way back. Then we don't have to worry about bringing another truck up here because, you know, obviously. Oh, and it's full. Oh, and while we're here, you know what? Repair. Oh, I have to connect to it. Okay. Shiz. Oh, I cracked up the fairing. I'm such a joke. I can't believe I did that. Okay, let's do a repair. There we go. That road goes where? Nowhere. Wait a minute. Why does that have an exclamation on it? Exclamations everywhere. Down, short ride. We're working on that. So that's probably something to do with it. We won't, but we're still going to use this. I'll bring it back up the road. It's not that far. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Buczynski. I know this is not on Twitch, but Twitch still alerts me. I forgot to turn those off, so we get to see when people follow when I'm not on. Considering how many followers I have, I really don't get a very big audience. It's kind of funny. I average about 40 people, 30 to 40 people, which is not bad for a beginning Twitcher, but I'm not really a beginner anymore, am I? So, but I have like 5,000 followers or more, and for whatever reason, I just don't get that many people watching. Like, come on, man. It's fun. We have a good time on stream for the most part. Now, to be honest with you, though, the smaller community is kind of fun because if you have a larger community, then it gets harder to keep track of all the comments and talk to everybody, and that it kind of loses its like personal touch. But I don't know. I don't know which is better. All right, we need to look here. Okay, a little further down the road. Water over road. Yep, I'll say. All right, so one last gulp before we leave. Refuel. And detach. And off we go into the mountains just as the sun's about to set. Always the best time to do some mountain driving is when the sun's going down. Tell you what, this truck is really a vibrating truck. Look at the what do they call those? The sun visors. They're like blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's supposed to vibrate that much, but maybe that would be a bone-shaking ride. I'll tell you that much. Now that's not the trailer store, right? Let's see. No, it's a warehouse. The trailer store's up in the snow. This is really, it's funny because all day, we've been here all day. Like we started off in the morning, but it really is such a dark map that it's just, it looks like night the whole time. And I would imagine the Yukon Territory, which is, it butts up, I think, against Alaska, they probably do have fairly short days for a lot of the year. And then, you know, in the summer they have the long days, but they're still just cold. If I'm not mistaken, it's more cold days than, or long cold nights than long cold days. That definitely looks like it goes somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh, are we gonna wish we had ice or snow tires? This still looks like mud. I'm hoping we weren't gonna need chains on our truck. If we do, we're gonna have to grab a truck that has chains on it and pull it up. Oh boy. Yep. Oh no. No, 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 no. This is gonna turn to ice. Keep going. Oh man. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. Just forward momentum. Keep going. Don't stop. Thankfully, there's enough snow over the top that we're getting some traction. Sweet. Wrong button. Okay. We're going to stop here and grab a tipper trailer. Let's recover this oil. Well, I thought we could get through back here, but dang, it's like a freaking dead end. Uh-oh. No touchy. Well, shiz. That might be Violet coming home. Come on. Oh. I thought, oh yeah, we'll just go around the building. Almost. Come on. Okay, that we did it. That wasn't really the way I wanted to do it, but good enough for government work, as they say. All right, and so we need to go out. Where? How do we? What? Grommet, shut your hole. God, the dog. Bark, 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 bark. He's turning into quite the barky dog. Grommet. That's not even a way out. Ah, man, we need to go. We need to go that way though, but. And we need to do so before the sun sets because I need to be able to see where I'm going. But hopefully we'll find a side road here. That's not. Oh, there it is. There is one. It's hard to see on the map, but there's a sign pointing that way. So there we go. And I don't think chain tires help you much in these kind of situations. So I'm just going to go slow and do our best to get through this mess. Well, we haven't flipped yet, but we've stuttered. It's about to go to night lighting. There we go. Whenever it switches from day to night, there's that pause. There's a road down that way, too. Interesting. Where does that go? That goes this way. Oh, it goes that. But see, we can get there, too. Oh, man. That's the way I tried to come up the one time. Oh, for the gold mine. Yeah, there's a gold mine here. It's really a precarious road. I don't know if I would do it again, especially not in a truck, unless we have to go there for something. There's a gold mine there, but it is really, it's all rocks, like a big rock cliff that you have to drive across to get there, and it's quite frightening. I was exploring the map one time off camera just for fun in the Scout, testing different Scouts out and seeing which ones were overpowered and which ones weren't. I've determined that, you know, I take a regular truck, I take a mod truck, and then I take like the really heavy mods. The Bronco is way overpowered. The K30 is way overpowered. The Chevy one mod that we were using is mildly overpowered, and then the base Scouts obviously do okay, but they are much harder to use than those mod trucks. I wish we could have some mod trucks that weren't like overly modded, but that's what the modders think people want, so that's what we get. Oh. This is going to pose a problem. Once again, we should have had chain tires for this. So I've come all the way up here, and I have a feeling that we're going to have to get a truck with chain tires to help out, because I don't see how we're going to do this. We're getting zero traction. We'll try some creative winching first, because that's going to be a nightmare, and I have to come all the way back up here again. What? Okay. Come on, forward motion, forward motion. Let's go. Come on. Okay, maybe we can do this. If I could just get up to that ice right there that's solid, we'd be okay. Anything? No. We're good and truly stuck. Frigga. Dang it. So I suppose the question is, what now? There's a couple ways to bully our way through this. Bully. Let's take a look at the trucks that we've got. We got the Western Star. That ain't going to do it. That's us right now. Dairy ain't going to cut it. We could bring up the P12. I think that's already got chain tires on it. Yeah, that would do. But it's so heavy. That might be a good thing. We could also try the Caterpillar. How's this guy doing? Not so good. Does this have chain tires? No. Wait. Tires. No. The other Caterpillar that we have is the... Now, that one won't have them either. These are like off-road mud trucks. They probably do fine on the ice by themselves. I don't know about for pulling across like deep ice. I don't know. Does this have diff lock and stuff? Yeah, it does. So unfortunately, the only thing this thing can carry is fuel. We don't really need repair points. I'm just thinking if this might be the way that we rescue. What do you guys think? Should we take this? Let's see what the other truck is like. The 770G is this guy. And customize this. Let's see, tires, chains, no. And this one I don't think has all-wheel drive or anything, so we're probably just better off. This one will carry fuel too, but it's not, I don't think, is equipped. I think we're going to need a big mountain truck like this. I mean, the P12 would work. It would work. But I'd like to try one of these trucks out because we haven't really used these yet. And they kind of do the same thing either way. I think that big truck, either it'll break through and sink to the bottom, but I think it's just going to crush its way right through the ice because it's so big. It'll just turn the ice into putty. So I think we're going to call it an episode there. So I'm trying to do like half an hour to 40-minute episodes. So in the next episode, we will go up and rescue our stuck truck. Sorry about that, folks. I was hoping to have a successful run, and we did actually. The truck hasn't had any problems. It's just we've had a little bad incident with some ice. And if I would have known that we needed chain tires for that, I would have put them on. I didn't think we were going to, but now we discover that we do. So let's go ahead and call it a night there. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I definitely had fun making it. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And in the next exciting episode, we will be taking the, not this. In the next exciting episode, we'll be taking the TH-745C Charlie Foxtrot up the mountain with some fuel, because we're going to put this huge fuel thing on. And I will see you guys then. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. All right, have a good night. Bye.